Welcome back. Voters in Broward County will be asked if they want to raise their sales tax from 6 to 7 cents to finance a $15.6 billion 30-year plan to address traffic congestion through road expansion, building light rail, synchronizing traffic lights, and scores of other projects. While there is no formal opposition, county leaders know they may have a hard time convincing voters that can be trusted with such a large and costly project. Recently, I addressed those concerns with Broward County Mayor Beam Furr and Assistant County Administrator Gretchen Cassini. You're talking about a 30-year plan that's going to raise $16 billion.
Right.
Why does it need to be a 30-year plan? Why not present a 10-year model, prove that you can be successful with the 10 years of projects, and then come back and ask for more?
And we've heard that concern. The fact of the matter is, when you are trying to build something like bus facilities, or you're doing light rail, or you're doing anything that requires maintenance and operations, if you're getting money from the federal government, which we're planning on leveraging this money, we're using this money to leverage it and get more money from the federal government. If you are starting to ask for money like that, you have to show that you have the capability of being able to do maintenance and operations for all 30 years. So if we're building a bus facility or a light rail, those are long-term projects. They will not even give you the money if you say this we're only doing it 10 years. They're going, don't even bother applying. Don't even bother applying.
Here's the issue. I mean, because I think voters see what's been taking place around them.
Right.
Miami-Dade County asked for a half-penny sales tax increase, promising light rail. I think they promised 89 miles of rail. They ended up building 4.
Right.
You know, we talk about the complete craziness of what happened with the Broward School District,
right,
promising, you know, so much with their tax increase and not delivering on it at all.
Right.
And even more recently, you know, the WAVE streetcar system,
right,
which was promised to be a form of light rail that would go around Fort Lauderdale, ended up getting pulled because it ran over budget and wasn't going to come in on time, and still ended up costing taxpayers $33.7 million.
Right.
How can the public trust that this is actually going to be done properly?
Actually, thank you for that question, because this is the very first referendum in the history of Florida that has been audited prior to it going to ballot. Had to. The legislature required that. This is the very first one that has had to do that. So all of this all spring, all summer, auditors have been looking at the entire plan, looking at our spreadsheet, looking at it line by line by line, checking it for economic feasibility, for doability, the whole bit. And if it had not passed that, if the findings had come negative, we would not be able to get a ballot. So I think the constituents and the voters can take comfort in that. And I appreciate, you know, at first I thought when the legislature did that, I thought this is a huge hill to climb to do this. Now, I'm actually thankful that they did that.
As the Assistant County Administrator, were you the one working with the auditors in a large part? So explain that process to me, because I'm still a little confused as to what guarantees that process has to make sure that the money going forward 10, 20 years from now will be spent properly.
And you're absolutely correct. The purpose of that audit was actually to determine whether or not this particular local government was fiscally responsible and had a good plan. It doesn't make a guarantee that 25 years from now the plan is going to have been spent properly. That's what the Oversight Board, the Oversight Committee that's in the authorizing legislation for the surtax is intended to do.
Obviously, the issues that I've been raising are dealing with Miami-Dade County,
right,
Broward School Board, Fort Lauderdale, or the Florida Department of Transportation. You know, so the question becomes: has Broward County, as a government agency, proven themselves capable of doing this?
Yeah, I think it's fair to judge us on what we've been doing. People can look at our work on the airport, which we've just finished, and now it's the fastest growing airport in the United States. You can look at what we've just done, what we are doing with the seaport. We're seeing, you know, all kinds of success there. Those are good projects. They've come in on time. They're you know, people laud how we're doing that. Our bond rating is one of the highest anywhere in the United States. One
of the questions is whether or not flexibility can be a good thing and it could be a bad thing, because you want to have a list of programs that are flexible to be able to adapt to the changing needs of a community over the next 30 years. But at the same time, people hear flexibility and they think, oh, you're going to promise one thing and then divert the money to something else. How do you deal with that?
Well, that's a good point, because it's essential. Flexibility is essential. We don't know we know that things are changing quickly. We know we're at some point we're going to be having autonomous vehicles. We know we'll be having more electric cars. We know lanes might be able to shrink a little bit. There's a lot of things like that we're going to be over the next 30 years. All we have to do is look back 30 years and we can see how much has changed. We know we have to build in that kind of flexibility. We also know that the voters want to see specifics. So it has to be a good balance. And I think that when we're putting in, what we really want to do is we want to be a smart county. We want to have fiber optics everywhere where, I'm sure you probably use Waze and those kind of things, and a lot of people do. That's our chance to become a really smart county and be able to synchronize our lights, be able to have, be able to navigate our way through here. If there's a wreck up the street, somehow be able to know I need to take a right, I need to take a left, I need to get off this road.
All right.
And be told in real time, not after you're stuck in a jam.
There's no formal opposition, so we'll see how this turns out. Mayor Furr, Ms. Cassini, thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks for giving us the time. Appreciate it very much.
All right, up next, we debate Amendment 6, a proposal to ensure victims' rights. And later, should the city of Miami have a strong mayor? And what about that soccer stadium for Beckham? Early voting is underway. Before you head to the polls, head to our election guide on CBSMiami.com for information on all the amendments and check out our interviews with the candidates. We'll be right back.